everybody, this is Holly Dimmick. I'm the Closet Stamper, and I have made a few of these money holders, and I thought while I'm in the groove I'll try to get it on video. So I'm using I'm trying to participate in a craft fair this year finally, so I'm making some money holders, and later I'll make gift card holders. But these money holders, they're not decorated yet, but they will hold money. Here's a $2 bill that my dad gave me. Okay, that's the longest. It'll hold a check. This is the back side of a check. Okay, or another little idea that I love to do is it'll hold postage stamps. So imagine how cute that would be, sending someone, you know, some stamps for their Christmas cards, or these cute coffee ones. I made a different gift holder for my daughter. She's in grad school and we both like coffee. We're coffee addicts, so I sent her those. But I'm going to show you how to make this. Like I said, these are not decorated yet. So on the belly band I have the seam up, because when you decorate it, you can put a sentiment, like picture a big circle on there with a Christmas tree on there or snowflakes. And usually my decoration is large enough to cover up that seam so that it looks seamless, you know, when I give it away. But let's see if I can recreate this without flubbing. All right, here are the dimensions. If you want to take a screenshot of that, I'm redoing this video because the first one, I was holding this up for you all and it was completely out of camera. So I hope you can see that. I'm moving it just in case. Okay, that'll be on the blog. This first one, I didn't put my adhesive close enough to the edge, so I'm using it as a template, and I wrote everything on there. But I will try to remember to discuss that when I get to it. All right, so I'm choosing these dimensions for the convenience. Now there is a little inconvenience, but I like the benefits more than the inconvenience. So like I said, you want 7 by 7.5. So I start with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. And you want 7 by 7.5. So if you cut, that's got a little dent in it. I'm going to turn that over. If you cut your 7-inch side from your 8.5-inch side of your cardstock, then this piece is the width of your belly band. It's a nice width for a belly band, 1.5 inches wide. I just like that width. So that's why I sacrifice later with my adhesive space for this cut, because it kind of saves paper. So like I said, this was 1.5 inches, and I like to cut it at 6 3/4. It gives me nice room for overlap. So there's our belly band. This one that we had initially cut at 7, you want to rotate it and cut it at 7.5. And then this you use for something else. Now you want to score along this side at 2 1/4 and 5 1/4. So that part's done. We're also going to need 2 pieces of DSP. I can't remember if I said these are double-sided. These are from the fall 2021 celebration, by the way. And I'm going to want those, I use both sides, and I'm going to want these vertical lines to be vertical. So I want this piece to be my length. So this needs to be cut 1/4 inch smaller than what your final dimensions are going to be. So this is at 6 3/4. And then you need 2 pieces that are 2 inches. And you could, gotta fix my bifocals. You could cut it differently if you wanted to like save a little paper. You could cut these 2-inch pieces first, but I'm not worrying about it. All right, I'll put those aside. All right, so now our cutting and scoring is done. So here's what you do. You just fold the flaps at the score lines. And I'm using my fingernail because I don't have a Stampin' Up! Bone folder. And this always leaves marks. So I'm going to, Stampin' Up! Ones are just like a rectangle I've seen ladies use. So I'm going to order one of them soon. But my thumb works pretty well. right? And then before you decorate, you should really adhere. So these flaps are the same size. It doesn't matter what you call the top and what you call the bottom. Now here's the thing. Remember I cut this at 7 inches and then that other piece was 1.5 for my belly band? I chose to stick with that because of that width and saving some paper. The consequence is you don't have much room for adhering. So this I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus. It's very strong. I'm still not used to it yet. You kind of got to roll it forward. But you really need to stay close to the edge. So I took a piece of scrap paper and put it underneath in case I go off. But you really, really need to stay as close to the edge as possible. And you know, if you have trouble using this, when you roll it, do a check, kind of checking it off, and it should come off. Oh, let's do here. And so again, you want to stay close to the edge. And if you have trouble with it getting started like I do, you roll it a little bit, but stay really close to the edge. And I'm going to press that down a little bit. Probably don't have to hold it this long, but I do. Get that out of the way. And check, before you decorate it, check that you did stay close enough to the edge and that your money fits in. Because like I said, that first one, it didn't. Okay, so if your bill fits in, your check will fit in. Excellent. And you know what I'm seeing is a little bit of glistening. I see the little bit of adhesive on the edge. But you know what? It's not sticky at all. But I could see it catch the light. It's not sticky at all, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay? What I do now is I go ahead and I do my belly band. Do it in any order, it doesn't matter. But just kind of gingerly, I already dented it some, but you pull it up, overlap it a little bit, make sure it's straight. And when you got the edge lined up and straight, I put a little crease in there. And then put some adhesive, and I probably should take it off to do this so I don't go off the edge and get glue on my holder, but I'm going to live dangerously. There you go. Do that. Usually I overlap it a little further down, but I had already put a dent in there, so I just let it go. So that should, and it should go on and off, you know, with some ease. It shouldn't be too hard. You don't want to crimp it real tight because you want to allow it to go on pretty easily. All right, so now we're going to decorate. You just have to decorate the top and the inside top. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so just choose. This is no big deal, but I think this looks a little better as the top, so I'm going to use this as the bottom. I'm going to flip it over. Go out like this, so I'm going to put glue on the snowflake side. And for this, I've been using some liquid Tombow glue because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to slide it if you need to, which I always need to. So I eyeball that, about equidistant on all sides. And when I like it, I give it a push down. A lot of times I'll turn it over and just really press on the back. I just feel like I'm gonna, you know, get it dirty or dingy or something if I push on the front. All right, and then you're gonna do your top piece. This is pretty quick and easy, down and dirty. And just try to be mindful of, you know, try to get your end lines to line up. You know, you want the bottom and the top the green to be lining up. You don't want it to be all off center. I think I just gave myself a paper cut. All right, so that's it. And again, this particular DSP, it's a little dingy looking. I wasn't gonna make one out of this, but since I messed up my first video, I just decided to. But I'm gonna have to, I feel like I'm gonna have to bling this up. But it is more, this DSP, it was free. Like I said, the celebration with qualifying purchase. And it is cute paper. Let me go grab it real quick in case you're interested. That's the money holder if you want to end your video. But here's the, here are all the pieces just in case you're interested because it's not out yet for the public. Reindeer and chicks, you know, they're cute, but they do have more of a farmhousey feel. Like they're not foil. See, plaids, they're earthy and farmhousey. And I like them. I like this one, I think. Might be my favorite. Okay, so there you have it. Let me show you all the money holders again. And again, remember, they're not decorated. And there's the dimensions. I didn't have to do that. And there's Christmas trees, reindeer. This one, you see, I'm going to put the belly band over here and just decorate it to the side because where that reindeer falls. I think I'm going to mostly use like a big circle and then put something on top of that to decorate. And there you have it. Next, look for my gift card holders. It'll be slightly different. Thank you.